Hi guys, I've gotten a lot of requests for instructions on how to make kombucha, and so I thought today I have some time and the kids are out of the house, so I'm gonna show you how to make it. Okay, now the fun part. So here's my mix of kombucha that I have brewing. It's been in a dark cabinet for about 2 weeks. You can do anywhere from 7 days to 3 weeks, honestly, it doesn't really matter. So you just take the cheesecloth off, rinse the SCOBY. The SCOBY is a scientific culture of bacteria and yeast, and that's what makes the kombucha. And I'm gonna show you how to make that on your own at the end of the video, just because it is so easy, easier than it looks. Okay, so this thing gets all stringy, so I just like to rinse it with nice cold water. I don't use any hot water on my SCOBY ever. It will ruin it or damage it. It's not good. Also, it's kind of yucky when you drink all the stringies, so I just like it to be nice and fresh and not slimy or anything. Okay, so we rinse those little goobers off. So I put it in a bowl. And then what I do is, I don't even know if this is necessary to be honest, but I take a spoon and I'm gonna stir up the kombucha and get it nice and bubbly. And then I'm gonna take a tiny little bit of the old kombucha and put it with the SCOBY, and that goes into the next mix. And that really helps, ooh yeah, look at that. It really helps the next batch to move a little quicker, because the SCOBY alone isn't gonna do a ton. Okay, so then I'm gonna put this bowl with the SCOBY and a little of the old kombucha into the fridge. Okay, what's next? Okay, so now that this kombucha has been stirred up, you're gonna take any jar that you want, really. It just has to be airtight. For when you store it. This one I love. It's from Whole Foods. It is so easy to pour. Even the kids can pour from it into a container or just a drink. I do like to strain it because of the little goobers that get in there. Let me put this on top of something. It's a bit low. I actually wish I would have gotten the jar that had the little stand, but it wasn't available, so I think I need to buy a new one. But basically, you get this high up here, and always get a jar with a spigot. It is so hard to do without the spigot. It just takes forever to bottle. And so if you want to do plain, which I love, that's the flavor or recipe or whatever that people like when I give it to them, you just go all the way to the top and put the lid on. But if you want it flavored, this would be the step to add apples or blueberries or ginger or whatever you want to add. So these are the jars I like and don't like. Anything that came with kombucha in it, like these two, is gonna be absolutely amazing. You save the bottle, you're being so green, yay, good for the environment. It will seal so well. And this is even fine too. I just noticed that these sometimes do leak, like if you take them in your lunch or something. And then if you don't want to buy something or you don't have kombucha on hand, this is just a juice jar and this is a spaghetti jar. So obviously clean them in the dishwasher and sterilize them and then put your kombucha in there. Okay, so I've let this really get hot here and boil. And so then you're going to take the tea bags out. You can either put these in the compost, your garden, the trash, or whatever you want. I don't know what you do with tea bags other than compost them or throw them out. But anyway, okay, so those go. And then you do not want to pour this hot mixture into your glass because it will break, or put it on your SCOBY because it will kill your SCOBY. So you just leave this. You don't even have to leave it that smoky, but just cover it up because this mixture has to stay sterile or your kombucha will get moldy. Okay. Now we are ready for the tea sugar mix. So we're just gonna pour this in here. This is cooled off. It's not totally cooled off as much as I would probably like, but it's okay for today. We're gonna add water and the SCOBY. I was just washing my container and remembering that you definitely want to run the hot water through the spigot when you clean it, because if you don't run it through this part here when you go to make the next batch, there's all those little goobers on there and they're really gross. So easy, filtered water. You're gonna fill out all the way to about 1 inch from the top. All right, there's the water. Then we're gonna add the old kombucha and our SCOBY in there. And then we're gonna cover with a cheesecloth, which this one is from the hospital, but you know, I'll put a link at the bottom for an actual cheesecloth. And then I just do a rubber band. Ooh. Let's do that a little better. And that's it. So then this is the mix I'll take out in about 2 weeks and do it all again. And that's it. Buon appetito.